Let us meditate today, and for this meditation sitting, let us be in the proper posture with the shoulders down and then with the backbone straight, neck straight, and then bringing your hand with the mudra below your belly. The mudra is as shown, the crisscross. It's not the Dhyan mudra, but it's slightly different than Dhyan mudra. So bring your jaws open. It's not together, but mouth closed. The eyes, I would suggest to close the eyes and then release all the stresses in your body. Release all the stresses that is there by just scanning once. You can also use the noise cancellation if it is noisy or if you are not able to concentrate on the meditation. If the noise is disturbing you on your meditation sitting, then you can use the noise cancellation like the one that I am showing. But in my case, it's not too noisy, so I do not prefer to use it. And I recommend also to the people who are beginner to use the noise cancellation or noise absorbing device if they are in the noisy place while meditating. Otherwise, staying in the noise is more preferable during meditation because we have to adapt to the noise and learn to remove the noises that are coming externally and internally, that are received through the external sensation and then in the internal sensation as well. So timer is quite essential for some people. I like to use timer and I usually set up 1 hour of timer, and but minimum of 30 minutes of meditation I stay, so it is usually higher than the meditation that I stay normally. 1 hour of meditation sitting also makes me understand how many hours did I sit in the meditation, and I recommend minimum of 30 minutes of meditation rather than 5 or 10 minutes as recommended by other, because I have seen not so much output, not so much benefit from the very short meditation sitting unless you are very highly trained in meditation for several years. So 30 minutes is essential to develop your calmness and peaceful state, and over 30 minutes you can go how much you like, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I sit for 1 hour and sometimes regularly I go for 2 or 3 hours of continuous meditation in one sitting, and go on practicing as you can until you feel calm and relaxed. Continue to meditate. You don't watch the time, you don't watch the hour. So before starting the meditation, we go for calming us down. Here I am showing the process of Dantian breathing, which is quite close to Anapana meditation. And in this we breathe from the stomach, breathe in long and breathe out long. And as we breathe in long and breathe out long, we bring our observation on the process of breathing in and breathing out. How long is the breath? How deep is the breath? And this will help us to calm us down internally and externally and attain the pre-meditative state, which we continue further in our main meditation sitting. So Anapana or Dantian breathing or calming ourselves down from the breathing process will be the starting point for the meditation sitting, the main meditation sitting, I would say. And today's meditation sitting is especially the body scanning, which is done on the external observation of the body parts, which I learned from Satyananda Swami, or commonly known as Khattar Baba. And Satyananda Swami was staying in the Khattar region in the western part of Nepal, and his is a sage, and he was writing a small writing in a newspaper where he was explaining this body scanning meditation and other techniques, and I liked it, and then I practiced it. It was easy to understand, it was easy to follow, and it was easy to continue it and move further in the meditation. It was much more joyful, I would say. So I continued it, and the method I have not seen from any other people explaining this or telling that this is the process of meditation. So I solely say that this method belongs to Satyananda Swami or Khattar Baba, and if anybody else is explaining or teaching this method, then I am not aware of it. So in case of body scanning, we divide the body parts, that is from the top to the bottom. The part we divide as a head, which is over the forehead, and then we come below to the forehead, and then eye. In the eye, it consists of eyebrows, eyelids, nose. In the nose region, it consists of nose, cheeks, and you can also include the ear, and then goes to the lips and chin, and then to the neck. In this way, we continue to divide the body part according to the features. We can also divide the body parts according to the size, so we just say 2-3 inches, but I personally prefer to divide the body parts according to the features. It makes easy to bring our observation. If we continue with the division of the body part, then we go further with the right shoulder, right upper arm, right lower arm, right palm, and right hand. The right fingers, we can take a complete finger or individual finger, and then we go to the left fingers, left palm, left hand, left lower arm, left upper arm, left shoulder, and then we continue with the front body parts such as chest, which we can divide both in left and right chest, or we can take completely as one entity, which is above the stomach, and then we take the stomach part. Now after that, we go backward. In the back side, we take the lower back, upper back. You can also divide more parts in the back. You can also make smaller divisions according to your wish, but I like to have only 2 parts in the back. And then we go to the leg, in which we go to the right leg. We start from the right thigh and then to the right leg, which includes also the knee, and then to the right foot, which also includes the ankle, heel, foot, and then toes. In this way, we go to the left toe, left foot, left ankle, left lower leg, and then left thigh. In this way, we divide the body part from top to bottom, and we proceed with the observation of those parts, and then we stay on the observation for 20 seconds to 60 seconds. We don't go more, and we don't stay also less. And sometimes if you are occupied with the disturbing thoughts, then you may be going higher time or larger time. You'll be staying in one part, but do not worry. As soon as you find that you are in the meditation, as soon as you come into the awareness that you are meditating, continue to observe the part and then continue in the next one. And similarly go with these parts from top to bottom. Observe as it is, observe the parts as it is, observe its outer feature such as color, shape, size, other characteristic features like hair, pimples, or any other things that is there, mole, any other characteristic features is there. Just observe it from the surface, but in a very minute way, and then continue the observation. Do not create anything, do not make anything out. Observe as it is and how your brain can make the observation. It's just like watching in the mirror. We don't create, we don't do any makeups, we don't do any creation, we just watch as it is. Now from the bottom of the toe we come back again to the head in the similar fashion, but if you are limited with the time, then you can stop there and proceed in the ending part. If not, then you can continue back, that is from the left thigh, left leg, left foot, toes, right toe, foot, leg, right thigh, and then upper back, lower back, stomach, chest, and then left shoulder, left upper arm, left lower arm, left hand, palm, left fingers, right palm, right hand, right lower arm, right upper arm, right shoulder, neck, chin, lips, nose, cheek, and ear, eyelid, eyebrows, forehead, and then finally to the head. So if we see this complete round, how it goes, then it is ultimately going to be around 1 hour of total meditation sitting, and can go slightly higher with the pre-anapana and breathing, and then post main meditation sitting. So in the post meditation sitting we come with again in the observation of the breath. We are already calm, we stay in this calmness, we observe the breath, and finally I always like to end meditation in the samadhi. So after again staying in anapana for 1-2 minutes, at the end after the main meditation sitting I stay in samadhi for as much as I like. There is no any limitation for samadhi, and this whole before, that is calming down, main meditation sitting, and after observation of the breath, and then samadhi makes a complete package of meditation, which I usually do 1 to 2 to 3 times, minimum of 1 time a day, 2 to 3 times a day according to the availability of time. And 30 minutes to 1 hour is my meditation sitting, and this will really help you to attain the calmness very fast. It is an easy beginner meditation. You can just observe very lightly, very easily, but attain the very highest state of calmness and tranquility, and achieve the highest meditative state from this very simple method. And in my experience, I have attained lot of benefit from this method, and I wish that you will also benefit from this method as well. And if anybody wants to proceed, you can proceed second time and third time, but at the end I usually pray to the divine, pray to all the divine in me and divine in all the beings out there. And then I wish all the being reach their destination in this current state of being, with the peace, tranquility, and experiencing the bliss during their time on the path which leads to their destination. So I hope this will help you a lot. This was a very short description, but if you want to continue and practice with me, you can contact me anytime, and we can do one-to-one meditation, and I can teach you all the things that I learned progressively for free, because I also learned it for free. Of course, there I have invested time, but as it benefits for you, it will be for free for you. And I hope you all who are listening to me find peace and tranquility in your current state of being. And I thank you very much for listening to me.